Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, what's up? My name's Courtney Marie and welcome. So today's video we are going to be first impressioning the Huda Beauty new nude palette. I have not tested this out yet. I picked this up whilst I was in Sydney, and today we are going to dive into it, talk about how much product you get in here, the shades, we're going to put it on our eyes, the whole shebang. That's what we're doing, so if you're interested then just keep on watching. So Huda Beauty in general has been a little bit of a controversial brand, and this palette is no different. It is a little bit controversial in terms of the formula and the actual products that are in this palette. So I'm just reading a little bit. It's saying, introducing the new Huda Beauty new nude eyeshadow palette. Huda's fresh take on the nude look. 18 gorgeous shades ranging from cool to warm tones, including 10 buttery mattes that blend seamlessly with your skin, 4 multi-reflective shadows, blah blah blah, 2 pressed glitters, 1 pressed pearl, 1 concealer base to make your shadows pop. For an I woke up like this look to a show-stopping iridescent lid, this eyeshadow palette is your new must-have. To make an entrance, the new is your new must-have to enhance your beauty on any occasion. I don't know why, I don't have my glasses on. That was very difficult for me to read. It has a 12-month lifespan, and it says that the net weight is 19.7 grams. I'm just gonna read what the net weight is for her other palettes. So the net weight for this one is 16.6 grams, which is the rose gold palette. And this one does not say the net weight. It just says that it is 18 times 1.4 grams. So you get 1.4 gram per shadow. So if that means anything to you, then there you go. But let's dive in. This is what the packaging looks like. It is a plastic carton instead of a cardboard carton, which is something a little bit different. You open it up and it is a little bit sheer. You can slightly see the packaging behind it. This is the palette. It is absolutely beautiful. And the back of the actual palette just says the same information that was on the box. Opening the palette, you do get this photo of Huda that is used to protect the shades, and the mirror has a protective film on it as well, which I just peeled off. So does the mirror fold back? No. This is what the palette looks like. I have swatched these 2 colors here, that is it. So as you can see, it has 2 pressed glitters, 4 of these multi-reflective shade and 1 standard shimmer shade. It has a concealer base and everything else is matte. So we are going to apply this concealer base to our eyes to see how the shadows perform with it. I'm just gonna touch this concealer base first. It does feel quite tacky already. It is getting dirty. I'm just gonna take my finger and apply a little bit of that to my lid. Just tapping it into place. I wonder if that will dry down anymore or if it will stay super tacky. Sit for a second, and I'm gonna swatch these multi-reflective shades. So they do have like pigment in them, and I'm just gonna swatch these 2. That is what they look like, and now I'm gonna swatch this one and this one. So they are super, oh my goodness, wow. I literally swatched that on my hand and my finger still looks like that. Holy moly. So they are just super reflective shades, but that sort of white pearl, as you can see, it does go away as soon as you touch the palette. So that is a little bit disappointing because, you know, it's not like an overspray or anything, but as soon as you like smush the colors together, it's just like a marbled shadow. When you have a marbled shade and you swirl your finger in the pan, obviously that marbledness does go away and you don't get that effect on the eyes. I think those little bits of white pearl are to make the colors look more shiny. So that is that. The glitter shades I'm not really going to swatch because I don't like glitter that much. This is the standard shimmer shade. It does look a little bit duochrome-y. I've swatched it in the worst spot ever. But let's just get into it. I am going to set this base with the shade Bare because that's what I normally do with an eyeshadow base. I usually set it. I'm not one of those people that don't set their bases. That honestly sounds like the worst. But I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and dip into the shade Bare. There is quite a bit of kickback, if you can see. And we're just gonna set that eyeshadow base that we laid down. Just so it makes it easier to blend product on top. And I'm not really having any dramas or texture or anything on my eye. There is a fair bit of fallout in the palette, if you can see that, but so far it looks good. Shade Play, which is just like a slightly corally transition shade. I don't really have a plan for what look I want to do. I just want to put this palette on my eyeballs. So that eyeshadow primer, it's doing a pretty good job. I do see a little bit of texture happening here because I do have quite dry eyelids, and it's not like a wet concealer base, it's like a very dry tacky cream base, so that is probably why. But in terms of the blendability of the shadows over the top, I'm not having a difficult time at all. In person, this coral does look a lot more brighter than what it looks like on camera. I don't know if I want to go like a pink route or like a purpley route. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Teddy now on a different brush. And start blending that into the crease. There is a lot of kickback in the pan when you touch these shadows, but that is, you know, pretty much the same with a lot of very pigmented mattes. You know, ABH mattes do the same thing. So I'm just gonna blend this through the crease. Pretty boring stuff, so you guys do not have to watch it. All of the matte shade through my crease. I used a little bit of Raw and Teddy, and this is what it looks like. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna take Play and Teddy on my lower lash line, and then we'll come back and put a shimmer shade on my lid. So let's do that quickly. I'm gonna take just a pencil brush from Morphe, dip into Play, which is the more coral shade, and start running this underneath my lower lash line. I'm bringing it out quite far because it is such a light shade. Just with this coral shade in particular, you do have to build it up a little bit. think I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to take a smaller brush, super small, dip into Teddy, and really concentrate that right underneath my lower lash line. Are looking like. So it says that you can use this concealer to cut your crease, so I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to do that quickly. I do really like the convenience of having it here. The actual pan itself is getting a little bit dirty. As you can see there, but I do like the convenience of having it here. Okay, now we're gonna dip into a shimmer shade. I think we're gonna take Daydream. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and pick some up on my brush. And I am gonna wet it because I always wet my shimmer shades all the time. So let's start applying this color. Oh, that is beautiful. Alright, so my tip to applying shimmer shades, especially these ones, is when you go into dip to the pan, so why, but my eye is watering quite badly. It's actually taking away some of the shadow. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but as I was saying, my tip to picking up these colors is go in and swipe the pan, gently press forward, swipe the pan again, then you have a decent amount of product. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more, and I'm gonna wet my brush once more. Just one spritz is all you need. And this technique of picking up these shimmer shades will work for any of the Huda beauty formulas. So that looks absolutely beautiful. My final tip when using a shade like this is before I'm finished, I like to tap a tiny bit over the top just to get the maximum intensity that I can from the shades. So we're just gonna blend that shimmer shade now into what we already have going on. Looks absolutely beautiful. We're also gonna use that same shade to highlight our inner corner, and I'm gonna do something absolutely disgusting, but I usually do it when I highlight my inner corner, is take a clean brush, pick up a little bit of product, and just go to town on my inner corner. a lot of people will find what I just did absolutely disgusting and unhygienic and not safe and all that good fun stuff, but you gotta live a little bit. Looking like I will show you in real lighting what it looks like, because I think on camera it's getting a little bit washed out. I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara and come back and give you my final thoughts on this palette. Obviously I haven't used every shade in this palette, but I'm really happy with how my look turned out. Guys, look like with mascara on. My final thoughts on this palette is I absolutely frigging love it. I think the mattes blend absolutely amazing and the shimmer shades are beautiful. Obviously I did a look that doesn't really show up on camera well, so I am gonna come back sometime soon and I'll do a look using these more purple tone shades and maybe one of the glitter shades as well. But I really love how this looks. I am just gonna swatch some of the matte shades for you guys. One swipe. I think I've lost my wet wipes. Here they are. One slight pigmentation, they blend amazingly. They are very similar shades, and I feel like in person I can see every single matte shade that I put on my lids, but on camera it is sort of just getting washed out. I am gonna swatch these glitters. Beautiful. Yeah, this is an amazing palette. I think it is a really refreshing take on like the term nudes, because nudes used to be like beige and just really boring colors, and obviously, you know, we had all of the Urban Decay naked palettes. My hands are covered in glitter, that's why I don't like glitter. Obviously all of the Urban Decay naked palettes really like defined what nudes were, and I think this is a really refreshing take on it. So I will do another video with this palette just to show you a more purpley toned look. I will take some photos of this look and leave it on the screen right now so you can see what it looks like in person. But I'm really happy. This palette is a nude palette, so I've got a nude look on. I really hope you guys enjoyed my first impression. If you want a super in-depth review of this palette, then let me know, because I will do that as well. This is what the look looks like. You can really see the variety of colors. This is still in front of my studio lights. In natural lighting, you can see my clothes behind me. I apologize, but this is what it looks like.